Hi all, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to speak about health insurances in Germany. So last week I had already done a video regarding non-mandatory insurances in Germany. So there I had mentioned that I'd be making a separate video on health insurances in Germany. The reason why I thought of making this video is that for the newcomers and also for people who are about to migrate to Germany very soon, you'll be definitely having some confusions regarding which type of health insurance that you need to choose here. So I hope this video would be answering all your questions, and also towards the end of this video I'm also explaining about the travel health insurance that you'll be taking from India for your visa purposes before your initial visit in Germany. So please watch this video till the end. So whatever information I'm sharing in this video is very minimal. So if you would like to know more about something, you should definitely contact your health insurance providers. So my basic intention is to give an overall idea about the health insurances in Germany to newcomers here. So, and also if you have some questions regarding what I have explained in this video, you can definitely reach us via email, Instagram or Facebook. The links are provided in the description box. So if you are going to stay for a long term in Germany, then it's mandatory to take a German health insurance. So this is mandatory for employees earning up to a specific level of income. So in case if you are earning less than that particular income, or in case if you are not working, for example as in my case, I am covered by my spouse's, that is my husband's insurance. Now speaking about the German health insurances, it can be classified as Gesetzliche Krankenversicherung, that is public health insurance, and private Krankenversicherung, that is private health insurance. So first let's speak about the public health insurance. Public health insurance is also known as statutory health insurance. So here if you don't earn more than an annual salary of 64,350 euros, then you should be definitely members of the public health insurance. Okay, so here also the figure that I mentioned may change every year. So what you should understand here is that the public health insurance providers, that is the Krankenkassen, they would be deciding a specific percentage. Okay, so this particular percentage of your monthly salary would be deducted as the monthly premium. So here also what you should be knowing is that you would be paying just half of the premium amount. The remaining half would be paid by your employer. That is, suppose if the premium amount is 400 euros, then you would be paying just 200 euros and the remaining would be paid by your employer. So this insurance is purely based on a person's income. So for a person earning more, obviously his premium amount would be more, and for a person earning less, his premium amount would be less. And after a particular salary threshold amount, the premium would be static. That is, after that it will not increase again. Now let's look at some conditions here. The first one is that suppose if you lose your job and become unemployed, then if you have taken this public health insurance, you would be paying 180 euros per month as monthly premium. And here also, suppose if your spouse has a public health insurance, then you can use their insurance for free. Then you need not pay this 180 euros per month. The second one is that if you are a student between 25 and 30 years of age, then you would be paying around 110 euros per month. So since you are over 24 years of age, you would be no longer covered by your parents' insurance. Now let's look at the advantages of public health insurance. The first one is that, as I have mentioned earlier, your family will also be insured. That is, your unemployed spouse and your children will be insured for all the necessary health care and also for preventive health checkups like vaccination. The second one is that since the public health insurance is based on your income, when you lose your job or retire, the public insurance premium will be cheaper. The third advantage is that I think this is the best advantage of this public health insurance. That is, suppose if you have some pre-existing health problems at the time of applying for this health insurance, then the health insurance providers cannot refuse to cover you because of that. And also if you have some serious health problems also, your insurance premium amount will not be more just because of that. The fourth advantage is that the procedures concerned with the public health insurance is comparatively simpler, mainly because when you go to a doctor, you just have to show your insurance card and you're done. You don't have to make a payment first and then apply for reimbursements, because here with the public health insurance, the doctors contact the public health insurers directly for the payments. Now let's look at the disadvantages of the public health insurance. The first one is that since this public health insurance is based on your income, when you are young, the public insurance premium would be more. The second one is that if you are a public health insurance holder, then to get a doctor's appointment, it is really time taking, and also you can say that it's almost impossible to get a chief doctor's appointment. And also with the public health insurance, you may get all the necessary health care, but they will not cover you for any special treatments. That is mainly when it comes to dental care, it does not cover you for any high cost dental treatments. And also when you stay in a hospital, it is almost impossible to get a private room with the public health insurance. So overall, with the public health insurance, of course, you will be getting a good treatment. Majority of the people living here in Germany are public health insurance holders. But the thing is that you cannot be assured of getting the best treatment with the public health insurance. Now let's speak about the private health insurance. So if your annual salary is more than 64,350 euros, then you become eligible to choose either a public health insurance or a private health insurance. And with this private health insurance, the monthly premium would be, of course, decided by the private health insurance companies. And this is mainly based on a person's age, his medical conditions, and also based on the type of coverage that you choose. And also it may vary sometimes based on the person's salary. Here also you have to note that your employer would be paying half of the insurance premium amount. Now let's look at the advantages of the private health insurance. The first one is that since this private health insurance is based on a person's age, when you are young and when you earn more, your insurance premium amount will be very less compared to the public health insurance. The second one is that if you are a private health insurance holder, then it's comparatively easier to get a doctor's appointment, and also you have the possibility of getting a chief doctor's appointment. And here, apart from the necessary healthcare and preventive health checkups, you'll also be covered for special treatments and also for high cost dental treatments. The third advantage is that many of the private health insurance companies, they give you some money back, suppose if you don't make any insurance claim that year. So this way also you can save a lot of money. Now let's look at the disadvantages. The first one is that with this private health insurance, your family will not be insured for free. The second one is that since it's dependent on your age, when you retire and you have a lower income, your insurance premium amount will be naturally expensive. The third one is that this is the major drawback of this private health insurance. That is, if at the time of applying for this private health insurance, if you have some existing health problem, then in that case the private health insurance company can refuse to cover you, and even if they accept you, then in that case your insurance premium amount would be more because you have this health problem. So what we would suggest to anyone coming to Germany is that if you are not planning to settle down in Germany, then in that case go for a private health insurance, because at your young age your insurance premium amount will be very less. And if you are planning to settle down in Germany, then in that case go for a public health insurance, because when you retire it will be more economical. Now you will have a question regarding whether you can switch from public to private health insurance or from private to public health insurance. So if you have taken a public health insurance, then you can anytime switch to private health insurance with just a 2-month cancellation notice. And also you can switch from your current public health insurance provider to another public health insurance provider, provided you have been a member with your current public health insurance provider for at least 18 months. Whereas if you are a private health insurance holder, it's hard or almost impossible after retirement to go back to public health insurance. But of course there are some special conditions wherein you can switch from private to public health insurance. So if you want to know more about that, you can definitely email us, because I cannot share all the details in the video. So we can let you know what we have understood. So that's it about private and public health insurances. Now let's speak about the travel health insurance. So this is the insurance that you take from India for your visa purposes before you initially come to Germany, and this covers you for the first few weeks of your stay in Germany. This is also the insurance that people planning to come on a short-term visa to Germany take from India, without which their visa will not be approved. So you have to understand that this particular travel health insurance covers you only for the emergency medical treatments and not for any long-term treatments. So you can buy this insurance online, and this insurance is enough to get a visa to come to Germany, but you cannot get a German residence permit with this insurance. So before you take this travel health insurance from India for your visa purpose, please refer this German Missions in India website. There they have listed out the approved Indian travel medical insurance companies. So you can contact any of these companies and you can take an insurance coverage ranging from 3 months to 6 months based on how long you stay in Germany. And one more thing that we recently came to know is that for a family reunion visa to get approved, they are asking for a 6 months travel health insurance coverage and not 3 months health insurance coverage. So this may also vary depending upon the embassy of your state. So that's it, friends. So if you have found this video informative, please do share it with your friends who are planning to migrate to Germany very soon, and also for the newcomers in Germany. And if you have liked this video, please do give a thumbs up to this video, and also subscribe to my channel if you have liked other videos in my channel too. See you all in another video.